Hello children. Now in this video I am going to discuss about the two more type of winds which are forming an essential part of the topic atmospheric pressure and winds. Okay, and in this the two type of winds we are going to discuss are, number one is the periodic winds and the other one is the local wind. And as I start with this, once again I must remind you here that if you like this video and if you find it useful for your studies or for your competitive exams and all, so don't forget to subscribe this channel and share the link with your friends and classmates and all. And also press the bell icon so that if any further in future any video is uploaded in this channel, you will get the notification about that. So now let's start with the topic. The first type of wind which we have to discuss here is the periodic wind. And by the name itself, periodic, by the name itself you must have got some idea. What does that mean? Periodic. Periodic means a type of wind which blows during one particular period of time in one direction, and the other period of time it changes its direction. That means it's a continuous process, and during the, suppose we can give the example of land breeze, sea breeze, right? We can give the example of monsoons. These are the best examples for the periodic winds. Now, once again I am telling you, what does that mean? What are the features of periodic winds? Periodic means which follows certain periods. According to periods it blows. So here we are talking of the feature of a wind which is blowing in one direction during one particular period of time, and in the other period of time it changes its direction. And it goes on like that always. So this is called periodic wind. And it is actually, suppose when we take the example land breeze and sea breeze, or the monsoons again. Monsoons are the summer and winter monsoons. In that case also you will find the monsoons blow during particular seasons. Same way if you talk about the land and sea breeze, these winds blow during the daytime and the night time. So this way you should understand that land and sea breeze, when we talk about here, the land breeze blows during the night time, sea breeze blows during the daytime. Same way the monsoons also does. So these winds can be called as the periodic winds. Now let's discuss about it first of all. Here you can see, this is actually I am showing you about this picture is about the land breeze, and it is during the night time. Now what happens during the night time? You should understand a little bit about it. At night time the land becomes cool faster than the nearby sea or the ocean body. So because over the land the temperature is lower, and over the nearby sea or the ocean water the temperature is a little higher. So what will happen? How does the temperature affects the pressure condition? Now in this case, if over the land area the temperature is low, that will make the pressure condition to go a little higher. Same way if we talk about the ocean side, ocean or the sea, over that the temperature is a little higher, so pressure is going to be low. And as we all know it very well, that the winds blow from high pressure to low pressure. So in this case what happens? Because the high pressure is there over the land, so the winds start blowing towards the sea, from land towards the sea. Now what happens as a result of that? Suppose from the land area when the winds blow towards the sea, that's why these are called as land breeze. One more thing is there, the winds are always known by the direction, by the region from where they come. Because these winds come from the land area, so these are called as land breeze. And this is actually always these winds blow during the night time. Now the other set of winds, you can say the other part of the same is actually the sea breeze. Now what happens in the case of sea breeze? Now in this picture you can see here, children, about the sea breeze. Now what is happening here? Just opposite of the earlier condition. Just now we discussed about, in the earlier part, about the land breeze. Land breeze always blow from the land towards the sea during the night time. Same thing, just you take it the opposite way, right? It's just opposite. What happens during the daytime now? During the daytime, again, the land is the area where the temperature will be higher. You can say land, because land gets hot faster than the water bodies. As it gets cold also faster, as well as it gets hot also faster than the water bodies. So what will happen now? Over the land area the temperature rises during the daytime, I am saying, and over the sea or the ocean body you will find the temperature is still a little less as compared to land. Now what happens as a result of this variation in temperature condition? Over the land, if the temperature is high, what will happen then? The pressure is going to be low. Same way over the sea or the ocean body, when we talk about the ocean, this side, you will find because the temperature is a little less than the land area. So what will happen? The pressure will become high. And as we know, from high pressure the winds blow towards the low pressure area. So in this case the winds are going to blow from cooler sea, or you can say the high pressure area over the sea towards the low pressure area over the land. Because the land gets hot, so it makes the air also which is in touch with the land, the air also gets hot. And this air, when it gets hot, it gets lighter in weight, it rises up. And as it rises up, there develops a low pressure area over the land area. So here it's low pressure, and over the sea it's high pressure. So naturally the winds start blowing from the ocean or the sea side towards the land. And as we know very well that they are coming from sea, from the sea or the ocean, so they are called by the name sea breeze. Okay, and it happens always during the daytime. So these are, if you think of it, during night always land breeze, during daytime always sea breeze. These are the two winds which blow during day and night constantly. It continues, right? It's not that only for 1 day or 2 days it happens. So as it continues like that, that can be called as a periodic wind. Because what happens in this case? During a particular period of time, during daytime the winds blow from sea to land. During night time the winds blow from land to sea. Again during day, sea to land. Again during night, land to sea. So this thing happens continuously. According to certain periods, they change their direction. And that is why these winds can be taken as a type of periodic winds. Now let's talk about the next one, that is the monsoons. Now children, let's talk about the other set of periodic winds, which are the monsoons. Now monsoons are actually, you can say, these are quite similar to the land and sea breeze only, or rather you can say the land and sea breeze is something which is happening daily. Okay, that is a daily phenomena. But if you talk about the monsoons are the seasonal winds, right? Seasonal phenomena. Almost the process is same. You'll find it just now when we'll discuss about it. You'll find it's quite similar to the land and sea breeze. Suppose we are talking of the sea breeze. During daytime the sea breeze blows. Here instead of day you can take the summer season. So during summer season the winds blow from sea towards land. Just opposite happens during the winter season. In winters the winds blow from land to sea, just like we are having during night time, the winds blow from land to sea, and that is called as land breeze. Here it's called as winter monsoon. Let's discuss about it first of all. The monsoon winds. Monsoon winds are a typical, you can say these are the winds. Generally, it is found over the southern and southeastern parts of Asia, right? This region. This is known for the monsoon winds, okay, especially the Indian subcontinent. Now, these monsoon winds again, children, these are caused because of variation of temperature condition, right? Variation in temperature conditions over the land and the nearby sea or the ocean body. Now, what happens during, suppose, let's take one season first of all. Let's take the summer season, okay, during June, July. Now, what is the condition that happens at the when we have the May, June, very hot summers in the interior parts of the Indian subcontinent or in the interior parts of the Asia continent? Now, what happens here is again similar thing. The land gets hot as compared to the nearby sea or the ocean body. And as the land is, because during summers constantly the temperature remains a little higher. Now, because during summer season constantly temperature is as compared to the winters, you'll find the temperatures are high. That makes a low pressure area to develop in the interior parts of this landmass. Now, this low pressure area which develops, that is actually because of the high temperature. But when we talk about the other side of it, over the sea or the ocean water, as compared to the high temperature over the land area, the temperature is still low, okay, over the oceans. So what happens there? Just opposite of the land area. That means over land it is low pressure. So over the oceanic side you will find it is high pressure area. So again the same thing. From high pressure the winds start blowing towards low pressure. So these winds start blowing from the ocean towards the land area. When we talk about Indian subcontinent, they come from the southwest direction. They enter from southwest direction towards India, Indian mainland. And that's why these are many times also called by the name southwest monsoon. In India, it is commonly known by the name southwest monsoon because these are the winds which enter in India from southwest direction. And these are blowing during the summer season. Right, as a result of extreme hot conditions during the summers, these winds are actually get originated and they start blowing, okay. And during the July month, basically July, August, that is the season when we get these winds in these areas, and they cause heavy rainfall also during that season. So because they are caused due to summer conditions and they blow almost during the summer season, they are formed. That's why these are also called as the summer monsoons. So in this case, what happens? The winds blow from sea towards the land area. Just opposite thing happens, children, in the other case of it. Now, just opposite thing happens, children, in the other part of it. And there you will find during winter season. Now, earlier we were talking about the summers. Now we are talking about the winters. Okay. During winters, what happens now? Again, just opposite condition. You will find over the interior parts of the Asia continent or especially the Indian subcontinent if we are talking of. You will find over the land area the temperature is low. Again the same nature of the land and sea we are talking of here. Land gets hot as well as cool faster than the sea or the ocean. So because of that, again during winters it gets cool much faster than the nearby sea or the ocean. So what happens now? Because of the low temperature over the land area, the high pressure condition develop, and over the sea or the ocean water, you will find the temperature is a little higher than the land. So because of high temperature, the low pressure develops there. And this is the condition which makes the winter monsoons to blow. From the land towards the sea, the winds start blowing. And as you can see here in this picture, these winds which actually blow from the land towards the sea, the Asian continent towards the ocean, right? Now this wind is called as the winter monsoon, because these blow just during the period when we have very cold winters in the interior parts of Asia. So because they originate during that season, so these are called by this name, winter monsoons. And especially when we talk about Indian subcontinent, they take the direction from northeast, they blow towards southwest. And that's why many times these are also called by the name northeast monsoons. So these are the winds. Again, once again, I must tell you children, that if you think of it, it's just like the land and sea breeze. The only big difference is that the land and sea breeze blow during day and night within one day. Okay, that is a daily process, daily phenomena. But when we talk about these monsoons, these are the monsoons which blow during seasons, summer and winter monsoons. So it is totally a seasonal phenomena, but quite similar to the land and sea breeze. Here also you will find during one particular period of the time, you will find these winds blow from land to sea, and the other period of time they blow from sea to land. So again, they can be taken as a type of periodic winds. Now children, next type of wind which we have to discuss here is about the local winds. Now the local winds, basically by the name again, it suggests something. Local means which is caused because of certain local atmospheric conditions. And one more thing, these winds blow within a restricted area, within a certain you can say small area. One thing is they are caused because of certain local atmospheric conditions. They blow in a comparatively smaller area. Then next is, as they blow in a smaller area, naturally their effect can be seen, their influence can be seen in a small area, within that area where they blow. And moreover, mostly you will find that these winds are called locally, these are given certain names by the people. In their own dialect, they give their names to these local winds, and they are known by that name throughout the, you can say, in the entire world. Now, what are these local winds? Now, basically, children, you when you think of the local winds, right? A few examples we can find, especially in India, it is well known for us, for especially the people who are living in the northern plains. They must have experienced it during summers. That is Loo. Loo is a local wind which we find in India. Now, what are actually the different, you can say, the features of this particular wind? As we have discussed in the earlier part, that the the local winds have got, you can say, these are caused because of certain local atmospheric conditions, and these blow in a limited area, certain part of the landmass. Now these are, especially when we talk about the Loo, the first example of it, Loo is a wind which blows in the northern parts of India, right, especially the northern plains of India and a part of Pakistan also, you can say. Now the winds are hot, dry and dusty winds, and when they blow in this region, it is generally they blow during the hot summers. Hot summers means May and June. These are the months when these winds blow. And what is the effect of these winds? These winds actually cause the sunstroke. So this is about the first example of the local winds, Loo. Now number 2, the second example of it we can give is Foehn, right? F-O-E-H-N, Foehn. Foehn and Mistral. Now these are two different type of winds. Foehn, you'll find that is comparatively you'll find it's a warm wind, but when we talk about the Mistral, this is a cold wind. Now what happens in both the cases? Suppose, first of all, let's talk about Foehn. Foehn, this is a wind which blows on the, suppose, the leeward side of the Alps mountains. When it blows, because it is coming from the sea, So it causes rainfall on one side of it. When it blows on the other side, when it blows on the other side of the Alps mountains, you will find that these winds become warm and these get dry because they have dropped all the moisture on one side, so they get dry on the other side of it, leeward side. When on leeward side they actually descend down, okay, they come down along the slope, they become warm and dry winds, and this wind helps in early ripening of especially a few fruits in those areas. For the orchards, fruit orchards, it's very good, especially for the grapes, because that area, if you remember, Mediterranean region is well known for the fruit orchards. So this is something which is good for the people from commercial point of view. Now come to the next one, that is Mistral. Mistral, again, it blows in almost the similar region, but in the case of Mistral, what happens, this is a wind which blows during the winter season. So during winters already the temperatures are low, and moreover these winds, when they blow, these actually cause the temperature conditions to go very low, even beyond, you can say, below the 0 degree, below the freezing point. So this is the effect of Mistral winds. Now besides these, one more example we can discuss here. Suppose Chinook, right? Chinook is, again, it is having similar effect like the Foehn. Now Chinook is found in especially over the Rocky Mountains, over the slopes of the Rocky Mountains, especially when these winds blow. They help in, because these are again warm winds. When they blow over the slopes of the Rockies, they help in melting down of the snow. The snow cover which is there over the slopes of the Rocky Mountains, the snow cover gets cleared. So these winds, what they are helping in, actually they help in keeping the slopes free of ice cover, right, or the snow cover. So what is the result? There the ranches, or you can say the pastures, can develop better. So when the pastures are found, naturally what occupation we can talk about there? That is rearing of the animals. So cattle rearing and all these such occupations, related occupations, are important over those areas, right? Sheep rearing, these are important occupations in those areas, right? Because of the availability of pastures. If it would be covered with snow, there would not be any pasture. So this is how the Chinook also, to some extent, it can be considered that it is also helpful for the people. Then one more example I must tell you about the harmattan. Harmattan is another wind which blows over the Mediterranean Sea, and as it blows over Mediterranean Sea, it goes towards south. That means towards south means what? If you think of the Mediterranean Sea is actually lying in between the Europe in the north and Africa in the south. So when these winds blow over the Mediterranean Sea and they reach towards the northern parts of Africa, towards south they blow. So what is the effect? These are also warm winds. But these winds, because they come from the sea, so they carry some moisture with them. And because they carry some moisture, so they bring some soothing, or you can say they bring a relief to the people who are actually suffering with very hot and scorching hot conditions, right? Hot and dry conditions in the Sahara Desert during the summer season. So this wind, when it reaches in the Sahara Desert, this wind causes, actually it brings relief to the people there. And that's why, children, this wind is also called many times by the local people as doctor, because it brings relief to the people. So they call it many times as doctor also. So this is about the harmattans. So in total we have discussed about 5 local winds. Number 1 is Lu, number 2 is Foehn, number 3 is Mistral, number 4 is Chinook, and number 5 is the harmattan. So these all are taken as the local winds. They blow just within that limited area and for the short period of time only. These blow for just a short period of time. So this is again one feature of it. And because they blow in that limited area, they affect that limited part of the landmass only. So these are all the winds. So it's time to wind up, children. And now, as I leave, I must remind you once again to share the link with your friends and not to forget to subscribe the channel also. Bye.